Hey everyone, my name's Matt,
And my name's Kate.
and you're listening to Different Strokes, a show where we examine and discuss individual perspectives, ideas, and artistic journeys.
Are you a musician, visual artist, dancer, filmmaker, or even a small business owner? Well, this podcast will be a resource to help you navigate your personal artistic endeavours.
So come hang out with us and let's chat. Okay, we're recording. It's been a while since the last podcast episode.
I know, it has been ages. I've almost forgotten how to do this.
Yeah, it feels a bit, it's like getting back in the rollerblades.
Oh my goodness.
We need to do that.
We do. Context for people listening, because that's a weird way to start this.
Yeah, we took up rollerblading and roller skating. Kate was roller skating, I was rollerblading, and yeah, just for no other reason than to just be able to move around faster. Basically to go faster without running. And because I thought it would be a really cool idea, and I was like, I've always wanted to do this, and then I realized soon after trying them out that I realized, why I probably haven't stuck with something like that for a while, because it's really hard. And we want to be able to skate around the Maribyrnong River.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the goal.
But we haven't done that in about 4 months. Oh no,
we've been busy.
I don't know, we've been
for
busy.
The same reason that we haven't done podcasting is also the reason we haven't been roller skating or rollerblading. Sorry, blading for the cool kids.
Is that how they say it? Is that what the kids say?
What it used to be before it died.
Oh.
Anyway, we digress already. Haven't even started.
You've made me feel really old, and we haven't even gotten into this yet. Yep. Yeah.
Well, age is relative, I guess. So it's been pretty hectic in the break, but since our last what was our last episode?
It was March, I think, with Prof.
Yeah, with Prof.
Yeah, 2 months ago. It's
Prof
been
is
about
still
2
in the
months.
Lead.
Yeah, it has been about 2 months, which is crazy. It's not because we haven't wanted to. It's not because we haven't had things to say and talk about at all. Because we've got lots to talk about. We've got lots to say. We've been full of energy, but
yeah, it's just like because we've been so busy with everything. Just we'll get to there'll be a space where we could do a podcast, and it's like we're just so tired.
Yeah, no.
Like I've been smashing uni.
Yeah. So you started uni at the beginning of March?
Yeah. And I thoroughly underestimated just how intense it would get.
Oh, I didn't. I was trying to warn you for a while about what it would be like. But although a music degree is very different to anything I've done, and so there's lots of stuff that I wasn't expecting as well. I wasn't quite expecting you to have such huge days on in class, because I when I did my degrees, it was like you'd have an hour here, a lecture, and an hour tutorial for each class, and then you have a ton of work to do, so the rest of your time would be filled up with that. But you seem to be doing 5 days a week, literally 10 o'clock in the morning till 6 at night, almost constant some days.
Yeah, I mean, it does often feel like if I would like to have balance, then something from uni has to fall behind.
Yeah.
Which is really hard. Sometimes I don't even have time to practice.
Yeah.
No. Which is kind of how it was in my last degree, but the difference was that I was living at home and I was able to basically just, I was living at home and I was single and didn't have anything else to balance it with, and I would stay at uni until 11:30 at night and just play drums.
Whereas you have other things in your life now that need to take a bit of a priority sometimes as well, and you've got responsibilities and things. Yeah, for sure.
Doing a music degree as an adult is really hard.
And I think it is probably harder now than 15 years ago as well.
Yeah.
Like as in university is harder now. School is a lot harder now. They do, I think the education system has just piled more on students. And I see that in a high school level. Even when I first started teaching compared to now, what kids are expected to do is a lot. It's quite overwhelming for me as a teacher as well. I mean, obviously.
And it's almost decided by policy, not by the educators.
It's just, absolutely. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. The educators don't really have a say in what necessarily they're teaching and what curriculum and what they have to cover. It just comes under, okay, what boxes does a uni have to tick to be able to be in competition with all of the other educational institutions, essentially.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Aside from that, you've been
rant.
on the hunt for jobs and training for work?
Yep, I have never-ending job hunts, honestly, for 18 months that is starting to wear very thin. I'm starting to get a bit depressed about it.
Yeah.
Moving out of teaching has been one of the most difficult things I've ever tried to do. I can't believe it is so hard. I thought there would be more opportunity in Melbourne, but I'm not sure if it's just because there's so many other people also trying to get out of teaching, that there is a lot of competition for jobs. Each job I'm going for has probably hundreds of applicants. I've come close a couple of times and whatever. I'm still, yep, it's a big process, but it is very time consuming and it's very emotionally exhausting. But yeah, other than that, I've been away for training and I go away again next week for more training. And there's just stuff happening. We're just busy. And then, weekends, you're busy as well. So as in you'll have uni all week, then you might have rehearsals thrown on top of that. And then as well on weekends, gigs and rehearsals and things too. So it's been a lot. You've had a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah. And then and then there was like Anzac Day as well, which is the pressure leading up to Anzac Day. It doesn't always hit you, like, because I'm in the army band, so I do Anzac Day, the dawn service and everything, and the pressure doesn't always hit you, but for some reason this year it just did, because I just didn't have time to go into base and like rehearse with the rest of the band.
You didn't have time to ground yourself in it.
Yeah, I just felt like I was, swept up with the Anzac wave.
Yeah.
It turned out fine. It was an awesome day. It's always such a good day. Somber, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But just a good
but it is
day
it
where
is a
you
celebration
feel proud,
as well.
Yeah.
So for people, because a lot of people, we were talking about this around Anzac Day, how a lot of people just have no clue, right?
Yeah.
They think, okay, Anzac Day, paying respects, great, but they don't really understand what it means for modern day soldiers in the army. They don't really understand what you do either. So you're leading the band essentially with the other musicians in a parade, right?
Yeah.
And you start hours before the parade even steps off.
Mm-hmm.
So what people see on the TV is a small snapshot, which is weeks and weeks of preparation and perfectionism as far as the music is concerned, the uniform, being in step, everything. It has to look immaculate.
Yeah.
Because obviously that's military as well, but it's also the parade itself too, right? So do you want to talk a little bit about what it means, or what it can, it can mean lots of different things for different people, but what it means for the modern soldier?
I guess it's apart from like reflecting on, your career pathway that you've been on from when you enlisted and when you went through, DFR and all that and recruit school and everything and came out and started doing your job. Apart from reflecting on that, it's also like a day, it's where you can just be proud of the people you work with, and how you come together as a team. On Anzac Day, there's so many moving parts and things that you have to take care of. Like we got to load trucks and everything from like dawn service and put away all the gear and everything. And it's just one of those days where nobody has to ask you. Everyone just jumps on as a team and just does it because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Just helping out other people,
But it's a huge day for Army Band. It's a huge day for all the soldiers and all the moving parts that are involved with that. But Army Band is the face of it, and you're on TV and you're, the shiny leading example, literally leading the parade and all the rest of it. Obviously, you've got Navy Band, Air Force Band, and all the others as well. I'm not just saying it's about Army, but
it's the one day in the military where we are seen alongside a formed body of other soldiers, combat corps and all that kind of stuff. So I suppose it's one of those days where we show that we can stand next to them, which in the military, no one really thinks about it like that.
No, yeah.
But, when it comes up to the day, it's kind of like, it doesn't matter what corps you're in, we're all Defence Force members,
Yes.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the vibe on
Yeah.
Anzac Day.
And I guess often, depending on what corps you're in, you don't hang out with other corps. I mean, there is obviously massive overlap between everyone's jobs because transport is helping infantry is doing this, blah, 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 artillery is doing, everyone has crossover because we're all a massive team.
Yeah.
But you're literally together on Anzac Day more than...
All doing basically the same thing.
Yeah, true.
Which is, yeah.
But you spoke to people at your uni who had no idea about what it's about and kind of looked at you quizzically.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that they didn't care. They just didn't grow up in a world where it's super important. Unless they, the guys from Canberra, they get it because their parents have everything to do with Anzac Day and like all the military events at the memorial and everything. But, it's just not one of those things that is really talked about.
Yeah, sure.
I remember in school, there was literally a section of one of our terms that was dedicated to learning history.
It still is a little bit like that. You still do Anzac learning.
Leading up to Anzac Day.
Yeah. Because you use all sorts of events throughout the school year and, they'll mention it in different subjects. And also, I think in high school there is a whole term dedicated, I think at year 7 or year 8 level, where you talk about you learn about World War One still.
Yep.
They do that still. That's 10 weeks of learning on that subject. So they do that. But I mean, I grew up in Canberra and obviously you've got the War Memorial. The dawn service is massive there. And so I grew up going to, I don't know if I went to heaps and heaps. I think through Scouts as well, dawn service. But it was always around you. And I think because it's Canberra, everyone knows someone who's in the military because it's Canberra.
But see, I mean, I don't think I ever went to a dawn service as a kid. We did our thing at school. That's all I remember from when I was a kid.
Yeah, okay.
Like I guess in Tassie, it wasn't always such a big thing.
I appreciate it more as an adult.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I appreciate it as a soldier.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously.
Yeah. Anyway, so you've had that, and that took up a lot of time and extremely stressful. Especially when you feel unprepared for something like that. That's such a big deal. That took one of your weeks, and then.
Yeah, a couple of weeks because I had to memorize all the stuff from uni, but then also memorize these marches, which I'd never heard before. I mean, there's a couple which I have, like, Waltzing Matilda and all that kind of stuff, but, the other 3 marches we did, I just didn't know. Didn't know the melodies, didn't have time. I had to learn a bunch of jazz tunes and just remember those from memory and, so much.
Has uni been good so
I
far?
love it.
Yep.
It is a lot, but I love it.
Yeah, we've complained a bit, but you do.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like Unimel, just the networking alone is insane. Like all of my lecturers, their accolades are just endless.
Great.
And they've all moved away around the world, done stuff, and then come back.
That's what you want.
And that's where their knowledge is coming from. And when I'm in a class, if we're learning something that I'm finding boring, I'm just remembering, oh, they studied at Berkeley and they worked with all these people that I idolize. This boring thing that they're teaching, they learned, they used it, they utilized it, and now, they've had a big career.
But also it's that curriculum thing, isn't it? Some of the stuff that you're learning, they just have to teach, whether they want to or not, because of, we've just talked about how teachers don't always have control of what they have to teach. So
I mean, 95%, I'll say 99% of what we're learning is relevant.
Oh, of course.
100% relevant.
You can always find a way to justify the relevance. There's always going to be ways in which things are relevant. Absolutely. Everything's connected. And I think you need to do fundamentals. Maybe year 2 and 3, so like second and third year will be better.
Second and third year, it seems like second and third year is much more about finding your sound. And because we have small ensembles and you have to, in second and third year, write a piece for those small ensembles each semester. So you're putting a lot more of yourself and your tastes and the things you've heard throughout your life and the music that you want to write into that.
Right. Yeah.
And we have to do a study, a technical study, every semester, which is basically I guess, how a certain concept technically might relate to your instrument.
Okay.
Like I'm doing playing melodies with brushes because brushes on
yeah.
drums is the only way we can play a long sustained note forever.
Sure.
So it's the perfect way to rhythmically play a melody out, you know. Anyway, I digress from the podcast. So in between all of this stuff, we've just been taking time to like go to farmers markets just to slow down.
Just try and
Basically.
find little pockets to regroup and just breathe and
Yeah.
enjoy the little things, because I've been extremely overwhelmed. You've been extremely exhausted. And it's not a good recipe for, well, we've talked a lot about burnout on this, and we will continue talking about burnout. But you can feel it when it's coming on, when you've been through it and it's scary and you want to just press pause on things and stop and before it gets worse and you get shattered by it. So
it sounds kind of fucked up, but it's really nice going to uni, right? And feeling tired and burnt out, and then everyone else that day is complaining, oh, I'm so tired, like oh, I just want to go back home and stuff. And it's like, oh, cool, so everyone else is burnt out. So it's not just me. Everyone's burnt out.
You're all
thank God I'm not, you know, I'm not just losing my shit. You know. But yeah, in amongst all that, we've had a couple of we've gone to a couple of pretty cool gigs. I've played the gigs. We've gone
to some cool gigs. They were my gigs. Oh my God. What?
Oh God. They weren't my gigs. I was playing drums for other people. But one of them, we wanted to actually do something, talk about this a while ago.
Yeah.
But, I did an album launch for an artist named Melandra.
Yes.
And the album was Peachy Cream. And the gig was at the Wesleyan. And
here in Melbourne?
Yeah, in Melbourne. And one piece of merch that Kate bought from the merch stand was this little it's a tiny miniature copy of the album. It's a little CD, like back in the early thousands and the 90s. And basically, if you scan it with your phone, not scan it. It's like the contactless payment thing. You tap it with your phone.
Yeah, I can't remember what that's called. Whatever.
And it opens up a media player with all of the tunes plus bonus track as well. And it has like bios of Melandra and the musicians that were playing at the gig.
Yep. So yeah, I've got it right here in front of me. When you first scan that, it opens up at the first page is a player, and it has every track on the album. So you can scroll down and you can literally just play them. It has lyrics as well on there as well. It's got album art. You've got information about Melandra as well. And then down the bottom, you can just scroll across. We've got information about Melandra. We've got video. We've got events. So Melandra also puts up upcoming events in there, other gigs and stuff that she's got going on. We've got link to Spotify. We've got, like you said, the links to artists. So every artist that was involved in that album launch is in there with their bio and links to their Instagram, which I love. There's also a shop for other merch and stuff too. We need to also mention that the event, the album launch, as well as I'm assuming still some of the merch too. I don't quote me on this. I don't know. I'd have to look. I probably should have looked before I said something, but it's in support of Breast Cancer Network Australia. So yeah, funds obviously going to support that charity, which is awesome.
We did like raffles on the night and everything as well. It was really good. Yeah.
So like the reason we're talking about this is just, I was just stoked as soon as, because I was just chatting to Melandra just before the gig, and she obviously had this beautiful room in Wesleyan and this merch table, and it's all, family and friends run it and all the rest of it. Her son was there. He's gorgeous. And
her 7-year-old son running the merch stand.
Is he that young?
He's very young.
Oh.
He's
Dude, he was working the crowd too. He was walking around and not shy at talking to people. Like, what a gorgeous kid.
He's one of the coolest kids I think I've ever met.
Yeah.
As an adult, like, he just does not act his age. He acts so much more together and older.
Yeah, that's great.
Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway,
Xander,
at the merch table, we've got all of these beautiful CDs. I was like, oh, what are they? And she was explaining it to me. I am just stoked. I know that a lot of there's so many different types of merch and people have really cool ideas, and I would love to talk more about this just as a whole concept in itself. But you've got it in your hand. It's like nostalgic, as in people our age, had CDs. I've still got some floating around. And you used to be able to buy an album, buy the CD, and pull out the information in the middle, inside, and you could read stuff, and there was, you couldn't look this shit up online, but that was your info about the artists and stuff about the album. It was cool. I don't know. You just sit there whilst you had it playing. You sat on your bedroom floor and you read the stuff inside the album, and I don't know. It looks like a little key ring.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. You'll see it on Instagram. If you go to our Instagram, there's a video, of us. Like you'll see.
Yeah, we'll do something for that.
Yeah, you'll see. But it'd be really cool to just like collect a bunch of these.
I love it.
Like they'd be like Beanie Babies, right? You got to collect all the albums.
Okay.
That'd be really cool. It'd be cool if more albums were sold like this.
I love it. I think it's the best. You don't have to. Like literally, you touch your phone to it, it opens up and has this whole world of digital information that you can update and change, and I think it's wonderful. It also, because we are using streaming services and we're not actually giving money to artists anymore, as the general population I'm talking about. I mean, obviously there's Bandcamp and these things, but a lot of people don't use all of that. This is a great way because it's still, you get something. How do you explain this? It's
tangible.
It's tangible. You're getting something.
But you're actually paying.
You're paying the artist
the price that you would have paid for a CD,
exactly.
And it goes to the artist,
So
and some of it obviously goes to the Breast Cancer
Network Australia.
Yeah.
And so it's a tangible thing. You feel like you're getting, you're getting something. It's like buying a CD instead of just like donating to an artist, and that's great, and I love that. We should all be doing more of that as well. But it has this nostalgia for me, and I love it. And we've gone so far into streaming services, and we're not actually, and they don't support artists. Spotify is the devil. So we might talk a bit another time about how to say alternatives to Spotify. Do you want to do that another time?
We'll do it another time, but
we'll see if we
get cancelled by Spotify in the meantime.
Oh shit.
That's fine. It's too late now.
Fuck.
That's so if you can't find us on Spotify after this releases,
all of our fans and our people that are currently listening on Spotify,
so we didn't get cancelled. Anyway, if we get cancelled, we will be on like YouTube and stuff.
That's fine. Anyway, but they don't support their artists. It's a well-known fact. So if there's other ways that we can be supporting people, we should be doing it.
Yeah,
and I love that. I just thought it was the best merch ever. I thought it was so fun. She also had some posters. She had some other stuff happening as well. Yeah.
She had a special edition poster.
Oh yeah.
That was a part of the raffle.
Yes.
Which was just her boobs.
Yes.
Her double Ds, as she would say.
That's it. Her double Ds.
Yeah.
And now this is because I love it. It's so like, it's such a, how to say, it's such a boss move. Like, it's so cool.
Yeah.
I really love it. It's really awesome. Anyway, so this is because of the whole Breast Cancer Network Australia link. We've got the poster of the double Ds, and that was raffled off, and some lucky winner got that. Is that right? I think that one was raffled off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the main prize.
I thought you said Matt was raffled off.
Oh,
like,
sorry. Not that I'm aware of.
Lucky. Whoever won that.
There's an idea for a fundraiser. Oh God. But I mean, look, you go to lots of gigs, lots of album launches. You're in this world more than me. I'm sure we're going to talk more about clever marketing strategies.
Totally.
As we go along, because I want to collect. I mean, I've come across them and I've been like, oh yeah, I'll remember that, and then I've forgotten them. So I need to kind of go back through all of our friends and our people that we love and find.
Sam Dowson's a good one to talk to.
I will.
For marketing.
Let's do it.
Yeah, anyway, we'll get onto that another time. But
Sam, if you're listening, we're coming for you.
He'll hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
We'll find out. We'll know. If he doesn't listen to our podcast, we'll know, because he won't say anything about this. So there we go.
Sam Dowson, you better be listening, you motherfucker. I swear to Christ, if you're not listening.
So do you know of anyone at the moment that you've seen, some of the bands that you've been involved in? that are doing really cool merch things. Do you want to talk about Coconut Shy?
I mean, Coconut Shy, we're bringing out T-shirts. I don't want to say what's on them yet.
Okay.
Because
watch this space.
Watch this space.
Yeah.
But they're really. We're just not taking ourselves very seriously. It might be something like.
You don't have to talk about what
it might be something along the lines of, say, like, Joseph from Coconut Shy spit in my Woolies chook bag and said nobody would believe me.
Jesus.
Something like that on a T-shirt. And that was one of the recommendations.
Really?
Yeah, that was one of the ideas that we thought of.
What is happening?
Yeah, it's just shit like,
oh my goodness. No, I love it. I like seeing stuff like that out in the world and being like, what the fuck? As someone walks past you, you're like, what? Or like, and if you're standing in line at the shops and you're just like reading the back of someone's T-shirt, you're just like, what? Okay, I love it. And you want to know more. It's good.
Yeah.
So,
for sure. But I'll let you know if there is any merch, because Coconut Shy has the Mayfield Blush single launch at Bad Decisions Bar on the 18th of July.
Yes.
Shameless plug. But like, whatever. This is our podcast. Yeah. We can plug
whatever you want.
Plug what we'd like.
You can talk about all the amazing gigs that you've been to that are also your gigs if you want. And then
I'm just the drummer. I'm just a humble.
So humble
percussionist.
So modest.
Percussionist.
Yeah. So you've got a few things coming up. Do you want to talk about the gigs coming up?
Yeah, I'd have to look up dates and things.
Oh, we can. That's fine.
I know that I've got like a Saga City gig coming up.
You can add something, at the end of this podcast if you want.
Maybe.
Or at the beginning. Dates coming up.
Anyways, Saga City, I've got a trio gig, my trio, the Matt Mean Lamb trio.
Are you allowed to talk about that yet?
I don't know.
Okay, don't.
Cool.
Great. You've got lots coming up.
Well, we also have a couple of episodes coming up as well.
Yes.
So you don't have to wait too much longer.
Jesus, this is the other thing. We haven't just not been podcasting and not been working behind the scenes.
We've been thinking of ideas.
I've been talking. Well, we have both been talking to lots of people. We have 2 sessions booked in with some absolutely fabulous people. We're not going to talk about who they are just yet, just in case they have to be rescheduled and all that kind of thing. But we've got 2 locked in. I cannot wait to have these conversations, or you might be having these conversations without me.
Oh, no. You'll be helping.
I hope I can. I can't wait. This is what it's about. Look, I love sitting down and chatting with you, of course, but I love talking
all the time.
Yeah, I know.
We talk all the time.
But I love talking to other people because that's what this is about. It's about reaching others and getting different perspectives and sharing knowledge and resources in that way. So I can't wait for those to come out. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Well, we might leave it there.
Do we have anything else to add?
I don't think so. Just watch this space.
Watch this space. Lots of dates coming up. We are around. We're here. I've been feeling super guilty about not podcasting, not releasing anything. But it's just been mental. 2026 has been huge.
Send us a message on Instagram if you've got anything you want us to talk about.
Yeah. Look, we should probably put up a poll or something. We should probably do something.
Yeah.
And be like, themes you want us to delve into, or like, people you want us to talk to. I mean, we always say in the episode anyway, if you have people and recommendations, shoot us. Yeah. Those. Yeah, just shoot us. Shoot us. Send us a message on Instagram or email as well. Yeah. That works. Yeah. Yeah. Get in touch because there's a whole world of people out there and this is the thing as well, I'm finding a lot of creatives are as busy as us. The people I've reached out to have been like, yeah, super keen, would love to. Oh my God, can you talk to me in a month? Because we've got this market happening or this thing happening or this event or releasing this stuff. And it's a lot. So, yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you. And we will see you in the next one. Yes. Okay, bye. Thanks, bye. Bye. Thanks again for listening to our podcast. You can find us on Instagram at different.strokes.podcast. This is where the majority of our content will be. And if you've got any suggestions for guests that you want to hear on the show, you can email us at ds.podcast.melb@gmail.com. So that's Melb as in MELB for Melbourne. And remember, the way that this show grows is if you're sharing it with your friends and subscribing to us wherever it is that you listen to your podcasts. Bye.